Psychotherapies is basically when we treat the patients with mental disorders with counseling sessions and with psychological techniques rather than the pharmacological techniques or the biomedical techniques. So that is basically what we're talking about today. So when you have a patient of mental disorder that is in your clinic or that is admitted to your wards, you should know how to psychoanalyze these patients. The psychoanalysis is again very important of even the individuals who are suffering from the mental disorders, and then we have the individuals who are even normal in their behavior. One should know how to psychologically analyze these individuals. These can be the children of the age group under 10 years, or it can be the adolescents, or even the age group of the adulthood, or the geriatric psychiatry is also associated with the psychoanalysis technique that we're going to discuss right now in this section. So basically, the Freud's psychoanalysis is the model psychoanalysis that is basically being used even nowadays. Freud's was a scientist. Freud's Simons was basically the scientist who gave a lot of work, and a lot of research work is available regarding the psychoanalysis that he has given to the clinical psychiatrists or to the field of psychiatry. Then we have the newer therapies that are being devised. These days, we'll be discussing the techniques that are devised for these psychotherapies and how are these psychotherapies being carried out. That is the mainstay over here in this section. And then we'll be talking about the Gestalt therapy along with it. So what is the Gestalt therapy? What are the key features and what are the techniques that are being devised for conducting this Gestalt therapy? That will be discussed over here in this second section. So when we talk about the psychological treatment, this is the triad that we're talking about. First of all, the thought content of the patient that we're going to talk about, and then the behavior of the patient is adjusted according to the thought content, or the rationale is given for the thought content of the individual. And then we're going to talk about the emotions of the individual that are being affected due to the thought content or the behavior of that individual. So the psychoanalysis is basically when the insight therapy is based on the theory of the Freud, the emphasis revealing of the unconscious conflicts. So Freud basically gave an idea about the unconscious conflicts that we're going to talk about, and that is basically, he basically gave an idea that the thoughts are produced due to the unconscious thoughts that the patient has in his unconsciousness. So this is basically what was given by Freud, Simons, as a theory. The dream interpretation was given, it manifests basically its contents. The actual content of one's dream is again very important. And then we have the latent content of the dream, that is symbolic or hidden meaning of the dreams. So this is the dream interpretation technique that is again giving you an idea about the unconscious conflicts that the person may have or may be carrying in his unconscious. So when we talk about the Freud's psychoanalysis, it has basically these three major components. That is the free association. That includes the Freud's technique. Then we have the patient is encouraged to talk about anything without fear of the negative evaluation. So this is the technique that was devised by Freud to give the open end to the patient to talk about anything that that he or she is thinking about without being biased or without being judgmental about the thoughts that he or she is carrying. So this was the first principle of the Freud's psychoanalysis technique or triad that we're talking about. Then the resistance. It occurs when the patient is reluctant to talk about a certain topic. Either changing subject or becoming silent is the key feature of the resistance that he or she is offering. Then there is another phenomena which is known as transference. There is a tendency to project the positive or the negative feelings on the other. So basically those positive or the negative thoughts are the thought content of the patient himself or herself, but he or she is projecting those thoughts and feelings on others. This is the process of transference that Freud Simons talked about. For important people from the past to the therapist. So even this transference can take place onto the therapist as well. The emotional intelligence was also discussed by Freud, and perceiving emotions. Then he talked about how to use these emotions and understanding emotions and managing emotions. So these are the different aspects of the emotional intelligence that one should have. One should know how to manage one's emotions and how to basically understand emotions and how to use these emotions. It can be any emotion, ranging from happiness to anger. So one should know how to manage happiness, how to manage joy, and even how to manage anger. So this is basically the anger management or even the joy management that the person should have, and then we can call that individual person that he's emotionally intelligent or not. So psychoanalysis today, it carries basically the directive methods that actively giving interpretations of the client statements, suggestions, certain behaviors or actions are given, and then we have the psychoanalysis that is generally quite directive these days. Then we have the psychodynamic therapies. They are more general terms for the therapies based on the psychoanalysis that we can talk about, with an emphasis on the transference and the shorter treatment times. More direct therapeutic approach is being carried out by the psychiatrists who are carrying out the psychoanalysis today. So the interpersonal therapies are a form of therapies for depression which incorporates the multiple approaches and the focuses of interpersonal problems. The focuses are on the behaviors and the interactions with families. The primary goal is to improve the communication skills between the doctor and the patient, and to increase the self-esteem during the short period of time. So these were the key features of any psychoanalysis. That included basically raising the self-esteem, raising the self-motivation level. All of these have to be a part and parcel for a successful psychotherapy to be carried out in these individuals. Then we can talk about the Gestalt therapy. That is again very important over here to talk about. The form of the directive insight therapy in which the therapist helps the clients accept all parts of their feelings and subjective experiences. So it's basically giving an insight to the psychologist is what we're talking about right now. Giving him the subjective experiences of the thoughts that he's carrying and using the leading questions and planned experiences. So the questions usually put forth when we are carrying out the Gestalt therapy is leading questions, and then the planned experiences are also discussed with these individuals when we talk about them. It is an essential and experimental form of the psychotherapy these days. And then the emphasis on the personal responsibilities is also being carried out while you are carrying out this Gestalt therapy. It focuses upon the individual's experiences in present. The therapist-client relationship should be at a very good level. The environmental and social context of the personal life are also discussed over here. And the self-regulating adjustments are made by the people who are carrying out these Gestalt therapy on the patient. So in this section, primarily, we discuss these two therapies. This is basically the Freud's psychoanalysis, and then we also discuss the key features of the Gestalt therapy. So that is the end of this section. Thank you for watching Scadia.com.